Good morning, communities. RJ back with another video. So let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day from 2015, a checklist card. You can see here the serial number out of 2015 means this is a gold parallel card of this particular card. And if you look on the front, it does say these are 2014 baseball highlights. So in 2014, Jimmy Rollins passed Mr. Schmidt to take the top spot on the Phillies' leaders in career hits. Jimmy Rollins is now the individual who has the most career hits as a Philadelphia Philly. I was celebrating that card. Jimmy Rollins is the main focus of the card, but obviously Mr. Schmidt is prominently focused as well. This is the gold version. I actually have the base version as well as a mini version of this card that was released that year. So my random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Today's random baseball item, kind of an odd little thing here. Sorry for the knock. It is a book. I'm going to pan back here a little bit. This is in fact a book. 125 years of professional baseball. It was put out to celebrate the 125th anniversary of professional baseball, put out by Major League Baseball. It was an official publication of the 125th anniversary ceremony. Triumph Books did it. And what's interesting about this is a slipcover for the book, because the book is not a normal book. It is an accordion style book. You see, the two covers come apart, and inside is an accordion thing of pages, and it covers all the years of professional baseball starting in 1869. And if you hold it from the front cover and open it, it'll go all the way up to 1932. And then if you hold it from the back cover and expand, it'll start in 1933 and go all the way up to 1994, which was the year in which this publication was done. You can see here every little snippet shows some artifacts or photos, and then just has a very quick paragraph-like submission or paragraph-like sentence or input about what happened in the season. So there's really not a big historical value in this. It just gives you the highlights. But if you want to make it a Mike Schmidt item, go back to 1980, and there's Mr. Schmidt celebrating the Phillies' first World Series win. So it's a really cool item. It's funny that the slipcover mirrors the book itself on both sides. So just a nice little piece. I've had this since it came out. I actually bought it the year it came out, and I've had it ever since. But it's a nice little piece to my collection, my random baseball item of the day. Today's trivia question. On this day in baseball history, July the 25th, 1998, this pitcher took the mound, appearing in his 1,000th career game, a record that he would extend to 1,252 career games appeared in, and still maintains that record to this date. Name that veteran, certainly a long-time veteran pitcher, if he got that many wins or that many appearances. So name him. What you're playing for, 3 cool Hall of Fame cards as always. I have a veteran old-timer, Harry Hooper of the Red Sox, outfielder. This is celebrating the fact that back in 1916 they were the World Series champions. Has Harry's career statistics on it. He actually went from the Red Sox to the White Sox later in his career. He is obviously a Hall of Famer from 1971. A Kmart card. You know how much I love my Kmart cards of Hank Aaron, celebrating his home run. And then an awesome Topps Finest card of Tony Gwynn, obviously still with the protective coating on it. This one is from 1999. Tony Gwynn Topps Finest card. So those 3 Hall of Famers can be yours if you throw out a guess to that question. I will include my email in the description below, along with a repeat of the question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer. We will pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. All right, so I'm going to move back in a little bit here. So today what I want to show off, I picked up a box to open with you. You know how much I love my oddball cards if you've seen my channel for years, and very few of you have because of my subscription numbers and my views. But I love opening oddball products, not standard. You know, I'm not going to buy a box of 1981 Topps and open it and hope to get a rookie card, or 1975 and hope to get some awesome rookie cards. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to even buy modern product and open it up on camera. Nobody cares about modern rips, you know. But I like the oddball sets, oddball stuff. So that's what I'm going to show off today. So to preface this, I want to take you back into a little history. In 1983, Donruss came out with a oversized card set. This is the 1984 offering. I have the 83. I just didn't feel like pulling it out. So it was an oversized card, and it featured individuals who had appeared in the All-Star game from the previous year. And that became their trend for a while. This is what the 84 version looked like. And from 1983 through 1987, Donruss did a set of All-Star cards like that. Inside is where the pop-ups came from. If you've ever seen a Donruss pop-up card, they were randomly inserted into those All-Star packages. It was a completely separate product, not an insert or parallel to the base Donruss sets. It was completely sold and packaged separately. All right. Now, Topps began doing something similar. Topps in 1984 put these in the rack packs. Your 22 card set of the All-Star Game starters and the manager of the previous year. So, for example, this would have been the 84 Topps release, highlighting the individuals who were in the 1983 All-Star Game, National and American League. Plus, at the end, then they would always have honorable, like an honorable captain, like a captain or something like that. It says honorable mention, but these were like the what they call honorary captains of the day or something like that. So Topps did that beginning in 1984 and extending up to about 1991. But they also, in order to honor everybody who was in the All-Star Game or voted into the All-Star Game, just like Donruss did, it wasn't a separate release. Like these cards here, these are what are called the All-Star Glossies, because they were in the rack packs. They also made available a separate set of mail order cards, usually about a 66 card set, something like that, 60, 70 sometimes, that were called the All-Star Glossy Send-Ins because you had to get them by mail. Now, I have all of those sets. I just didn't bother to pull them out of my binder. They're up on the shelf. It's a lot of work for me to drag them out. But, so you had that. And again, that was their All-Star thing. But again, Donruss did these oversized cards through 1987. Here's one of the last ones they did in 1987. I picked this guy, Ken Schramm, because I have no idea who Ken Schramm is, but he was named to the All-Star team for the first time in '86. So he was I guess he was the Indians' lone representative or something, but Ken Schramm made it to the American League as an All-Star. This was the last year of the oversized All-Star cards. Donruss did continue offering All-Star cards for a couple more years, but instead of the oversized cards, they went to a standard size pack. 1980, and it was usually about a 64 card set. They were numbered, I believe, with a different numbering system to differentiate them. But today, what I want to do is open up a box of 1989. I'm going to move this back here. I picked up a box of 1989 Donruss All-Star Game. It says pop-up puzzle and cards. It's really not the pop-ups that you're getting. It's these All-Star cards. There are 63 puzzle pieces. That puzzle cards is the Warren Spahn puzzles in here. Pop-up cards and the standard, I think it was a 64 card Topps or Donruss set of cards. So there we go. You get 5 All-Star cards, one pop-up puzzle, one pop-up guy, and it says 3 puzzle pieces, but the puzzle pieces are a one piece one card of 3 pieces. So I got, what is it, 48 packs, did they say? Yeah, 48 count. So I'm going to go through and rip all of this. I'm trying to put together a full set. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. To make the time go a little faster, nobody needs to necessarily see me rip open all the pack. What I'm going to do is rip open one, and I'm going to pause the video. I'll do all the others off screen and come back and show you if I got a full set of All-Star cards and a full set of pop-ups as well. Don't care much about the Warren Spahn. I have this puzzle already. Be another one I can use to give away. So here's the Ryan Sandberg. This is the pop-up card. All right, Ryan Sandberg. And these are the five All-Star cards. Lance Parrish of the Phillies, Dave Stieb of your Blue Jays, Gerald Perry, Kurt Stillwell, and Jose Canseco. So if you ever see, these are 89 Donruss, okay? 89 Donruss. They have a similar look to the 89 Donruss, but slightly different. Looks to me like you can tell the difference here if you're going to sort your cards. The American League has more of the orange, to the darker orange to the side, and the National League has the lighter yellowish orange on the side. And on the back, remember I said, okay, they are numbered, normal numbering, but they have the little star logo here. So I believe there's 60 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, come back in a couple minutes, or come back a couple seconds for you, but maybe an hour for me to go through all the cards and organize them. And I want to see if I've got a full set of these and a full set of these and a complete, it's 63 puzzle pieces divided by 3, which means there's only 21 of these cards possible to get to. So it should be easy for me with this box of 48 packs to get a complete set of everything. Give me a second. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you all the cards, all right? Just a minute. Okay, everybody, I'm back. So I've gone through all the cards and I almost put together 2 master sets. So here is a complete set of puzzle pieces and pop-up cards. I'm not going to go through the puzzle pieces. We've all seen Warren Spahn puzzles before. But these were your All-Star pop-up cards from that year. In order of position, well, I shouldn't say position, but there we're now of position. Pitcher, these are the starting players are on the pop-up cards. Catcher, first base, second base. Didn't remember Malter playing second base much, but I guess he did. Boggs, third. Ripken and Winfield was in left field to start. Henderson was in center field and put Jose out in right. Then, where was it? Tom Kelly was a manager. Where did there is a manager card of Tom Kelly. That's weird. I just got done saying I had a whole set, but I don't see the Tom Kelly card in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Well, there should have been a Tom Kelly card. Maybe he flipped to the back. Maybe I only have, there it is. He got stuck at the bottom here. There he is. Tom Kelly manager got stuck on the bottom of the pack. So there's your Tom Kelly as a manager. And again, this was the 1989 release. It's interesting. This was the 1989 release. Okay, these are your 1989, or are they 88? Am I completely mistaken? No, these are your 1980. These are your 1989 release, and it showed who was part of the 1988 All-Star game. Therefore, it had the World Series managers of the 1987 All-Star team. That's why Tom Kelly is in here, because he was the manager of the 88 All-Star team, and this was an 89 product. Same way here. I'm going to flip these around. You have position number 1, pitcher Gooden, catcher Carter, first base Clark, second base Sandberg, third base Bobby Bowe. Mr. Schmidt was no longer worthy of being an All-Star by 88, apparently. Ozzie Smith, Shortstop, Vince Coleman got your left field nod. Andre Dawson starting in center. Darryl Strawberry in right, and Whitey Herzog as manager. So I have a full set of the pop-up cards. In fact, I had 2 full sets of the pop-up cards and 2 full sets of the puzzle. Now I had a couple doubles here, so I have a couple extras. If anybody wants any of these, let me know. I'll shoot them right out to you. Those are the extras I have, and a couple extra puzzle pieces. They'll just end up going in the trash, probably. I was hoping to have 2 full sets of the All-Star cards. These are the actual All-Star cards that used to be in the large scale format. They're in regular scale format. It included everybody who was, pretty much everybody who was on the All-Star team, plus a nice card of Riverfront Stadium where the 88 All-Star game was held, and then checklist cards. So again, I was very, very much, I was very, very much hoping to have 2 complete sets. This is a complete set here. What I didn't have was 1 single card in the second set. So I'm missing card number 59 in the second set. This is my whole stack of doubles here, but I just didn't, I only had 1. The collation was such that I only had 1 card of number 59. Number 59, Chris Sabo. Of course it would be Chris Sabo. So let's thumb through the actual participants in the All-Star game that year. All right. McGuire and Canseco, Paul Molitor. And again, these are your starters first, okay? Ricky Henderson, Cal Ripken, Dave Winfield, Wade Boggs, Terry Steinbeck, and then Tom Kelly as manager. And then it goes on to the alternates. George Brett still around, Doyle Alexander, Gary Gaetti, Roger Clemens, Mike Greenwell, Dennis Eckersley, love that Eckersley picture, Carney Lansford, Mike Gubigza, Tim Laudner, Doug Jones was a Philly at one time, Donnie Baseball, Dan Plesac, another Philly at one time, Kirby Puckett, Jeff Reardon, a Philly at one time, Johnny Ray, famously, most famous for the error card with Barry Bonds in the Donruss opening day set, I believe, right? Jeff Russell, Harold Reynolds, now of MLB Network, Dave Stieb, Kurt Stillwell, Jose Canseco. He had the most votes. And then Terry Steinbeck got an MVP card. I guess he was voted the MVP of that year. And then there's the American League checklist. I think it goes into the National. And again, you can kind of see the division on the side, the way they framed the colorization of the cards. And we'll start here for the National League. Again, the starters first. Clark, Strawberry, Sandberg, Dawson, Smith, Coleman, Bobby Bowe, Dwight Gooden, and Gary Carter. And then your Herzog manager card. All right. Then your alternates. Sean Dunston. Oh, we got 2 Sean Dunstons here. Huh? That's okay. You're thumbing through them. Sometimes you make a mistake. 44-43. Okay. David Cohn, Andres Galarraga at the Expos still. Mark Davis, Barry Larkin, Kevin Gross, obviously with the Phillies. Vance Law, Hershiza, Willie McGee, Danny Jackson, who would eventually go with the Phillies. Rafael Palmeiro, Bob Nepper, Lance Parrish, Greg Maddox, still with the Cubbies. Greg Maddox, Gerald Perry, Bob Walk started with the Phillies. Chris Sabo. Again, this is the one I do have. I don't have another Chris Sabo. In all the cards I got, no more Chris Sabo. Todd Worrell, Andy Van Slyke, who also played for the Phillies at one time. And then at the end, you have Ozzie Smith getting the nod as the most vote getter in the National League. But again, the MVP came from the American League. Riverfront Stadium, and a checklist strictly for the National League. So that's what you get in a box of All-Star cards. Dang near 2 master sets. 2 sets of the puzzle, 2 sets of the pop-up, and almost dang near 2 sets of the cards themselves. Not bad for $20. So that was my fun little rip for today. Hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, Please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I really do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody's great card community, all right? Thank you very much for watching. Come back again this weekend for the recap. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.